Hey y'all, so okay, I've been posting all day and and I'm gonna keep posting some more because there are some really good topics. So me and a friend of mine, Nini, were sitting up there talking, and she was explaining to me how in the Hispanic culture, when she was born like a very, extra white little baby and things like that. And her mother used to tell her, "Oh, I love you, my little white baby, beautiful, my white beauty." And so, she had another daughter, and and then she was born a little creamy like, so she's like, "I love you, my little creamy baby," things like that. And I thought, and as her and I are talking, I'm like, well, that's a really good point to say, is that the opinions of ourselves. Well, okay, before I go that route, I'll say it this way. How many of us are growing up in the household where we are told that we're beautiful? Because even if somebody did call us a Negro, or did call us dark or black or whatever the case is, why does that have to be a hate term? Why does that have to be a situation where, we feeling some type of way about it? I don't think, in some of these other cultures, I mean, they're not growing up that way. Is it the fact that we're being told it in the negative aspect, to where, the psychological difference is saying that, now we don't, we feel a little uncomfortable, and it takes us either years or time at least to get used to our own skin versus never, really being able to get on our own skin? Or is it a situation where, hey, your mama did tell you that you were gorgeous and that you're handsome, and that you're beautiful on the inside and out, and she did the best that she could with your hair, that she know how to do, or that, whatever the case is, and she did the best that she could with your clothes. And when you went to school, you know, Lil Suki and Tyrone and Michelle and Maria and Jessica and Frampton, Antoine, all of them start telling you, nah, you ain't on point. And then, is it this, that, is it just that, the aspect of teen bullyment, or just that, kids are stupid type of thing, that start to have you have a shift? At what point did you change your mind and thought to yourself, or I say this way, at what point did you change your mind and realize that you didn't love yourself the way you probably should have a long time ago? Or have you ever loved yourself to the point enough to know that whatever skin that you're walking in is gorgeous? The skin, I say, that you're born into, but teach to each his own person and stuff like that. Is it that you're not being taught this, or is it that you allowed other people to change your mind? It all goes into the same thing. I mean, shoot, even now in commercials, they talk about it. After I made that video, the last one about changing your mind, there was a commercial on, and it was talking about the exact psychological pattern of changing your mind. I'm thinking to myself, this is a thing because so many people are losing their mind. So we have to come back and capture our mind and realize where we sat up there and fell off from. Realize where we had gone off the deep end. Because for some people, you never had it. You never were taught it. You never realized it. You never sought it out. You never, sought it, meaning you didn't look for it on your own. You never did any of those things. You just kind of lived and let things live through you. And that was just it. Whereas other people, you lost it somewhere along the way. Somewhere along the way, something happened. But let me tell y'all something, because even Steve Harvey was talking to this young woman who was talking about how she dated this older man, ended up marrying him because he was 13 years older. Then after that, she's currently in a divorce right now, and she's dating a man with the same age difference. And Steve Harvey nicely just kind of told her, like, this is not a situation where you can just, not take any of the blame. These are also based off of your choices. So I just want to point that out there too. These are based off of your choices. Be sure to understand that whatever happens to you in life, it could either make you or it could break you. Okay? There was a woman I saw on this show. I Survived. That's what it was. I Survived. She was on this show. Let me tell you something. This woman, her story had me shocked for I don't know how long, and I just wanted to hug her, but at the same time, I was disturbed. Okay, she was shot. She was held up at gunpoint. Now, it's not to say that I would have done something a little different, but that's her story, and she's a really nice woman. So she was held up at gunpoint at the grocery store. Her daughters were in the car. She chose to get in the car, and the man, what she thought was a man, kidnapped her. Okay, this man sat there and shot her in the head. Point blank range. Shot her in her chest area, shot her 4 times, and in her mouth too. Okay. Then he also sat there, took her car, and killed her 2 daughters. Okay. This woman survived that. Okay. She ended up going to a nearby home that she was able to. The person behind the door never answered the door, but he sat there and called 911, and she hid behind the bushes. And when the police came, it was so sad and heartbreaking. But you know what? That woman is not mentally handicapped. That woman is not going through compulsions, not that she explained. And not to say that she doesn't have the right to, but it is to say something this. That woman also very clearly, she didn't say any of those sad things she may or may not be going through. She said that she met a man and she thanks God. And, well, she said she thanks God, but she also said she met a man. And that, she's proceeded to have another, I think 1 or 2 more babies. And she is very happy and at peace. You can have that too. All I'm saying is you ain't been shot in the face. You ain't been shot in the mouth. You ain't been shot in any part of your body that was basically to a point where you could not survive it. Okay? We are all going through psychological patterns in life and just crazy crap that happens in life that makes us feel the way we feel. So my thing is this. If it ain't something on the extreme of that notion, I think that you can at least try to change your mindset on your own and do something better and stop blaming and victimizing yourself as well as other people. Okay? Because on one aspect, you may or may not be a victim. We are all victims, I'm sure, of something. But it doesn't mean that we have to play the victim. To be able to say you're a victim is to also be able to say you've triumphed and you've overcome it. All I'm saying is this. Going back to the point. If you have or have not been taught that you are gorgeous and beautiful, and you never really got to experience it, and you're searching for a way, look for healthy ways to be able to get your mind back on track. And if you never were on track, try to find your mind so you can be empowered, and you can empower your mind, because your mind is your organ, and your organ you have control of. It's your soul that has control of these things. It's your spirit that has control of these things. And for me, I let God handle. Okay? I stay in prayer. So that's all my video is about today. But like I said, just so many things are happening that is like catching my attention. I just really want to speak on it. Don't forget to go and check me out on Etsy. And be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube. I'm sure that I'm be starting to talk about something. Follow just because you're my friend. And continue, and let's continue to get some conversation going on. Peace and love.